Okay, welcome back to turn 31 of the 8-wheeled Handicap. Now we've got some arty coming in up here, and we're pushing up over here with artillery support as well. So yeah, a couple of extra spots over here this time, so we'll see how that pans out. But broadly speaking, if anything dramatic happens, it's probably going to be a bit of a surprise. Ooh, hello. Say, sound contact up there. And a bit more infantry's popped up back on that corner up there. That's good. The hard part of this, of Black Sea, is actually finding the enemy, because it's so lethal getting spotted that nobody wants to do it. But yeah, like we said, nothing spectacular going on there. Let's see what happened over here with the A-team. Our javelin gunner here. We were wanting to push this way is knackered, so he's not really going anywhere, unfortunately. He's exhausted. Oh, there's the arty. Which is a pain, because he's got to cross this chunk of open ground to get over here, where we could get eyes on this T-90 up here. Assuming, of course, that AjarmanG hasn't moved it, which he could very well have done. But if he needs to cross this danger area first, so this like gravel lot to get into the trees, or go around this way through the grass. And the best way to do it would be now, if he ran across, while he's got all this cover from all this dust that's been thrown up. But he ain't running anywhere because he's knackered. In theory, we could crawl it, but yeah, probably unhealthy. And I'm pretty sure that arty barrage there is doing its thing, so let's call that off. Apart from that, not much going on there. So if we check the centre portion again, we had a bit of a contact pop up here, didn't we? And these guys, I don't know whether they can actually see that. They got line of sight over there. They do. Yeah. But what's interesting here is that there isn't a gap in the hedge. So you can kind of see, like, here something's come through the hedge. Here and here something's come through the hedge and probably went up there and got 105 milled by the MGS. Here and here and here you can see things have gone through the fence, but not here, which is interesting. So we'll see if what kind of contact that actually is, and then okay, these guys are medicing. These guys, it's not the same contact. Last time we had a contact here that was getting lit up by the MGs. These guys are from earlier. There was a guy here and we dropped a precision round on top of their heads and killed them all. Killed at least another one, because he has to be medicing somebody. He's the last remaining survivor of yeah, in fact it is his squad, isn't it? So we pretty much wiped them all out with one artillery shell. Yeah, no wonder AjarmanG has been a bit cautious here. Every time he sticks his nose out, you know, you can see something terrible happens to him. So you know, it's not particularly nice, but this kind of intimidation, as it were. You know, every time he comes forward, he gets his hand slapped. Because I don't want him to come forward, because that's his best chance of winning. You know, it's not particularly nice, but it's, you know, it's war. It's not supposed to be nice. And let's check what's happening here. So the Strikers should give up. The HQ team have picked up some 84s, so we actually have some anti-tank capability on this back of these woods here. We still haven't resolved any of these sound contacts, which is really annoying. I really want to find out what these things are. That one, we know what that one is. That one's on fire. But I don't think we see any... No. Alright, let's just check it all over again, make sure that we haven't missed anything. I think we're good. Let's check the Stingers. They still have all their missiles, so they haven't shot at anything. That's good. If there was an aircraft, you know, a plane or a helicopter, we'd hear it coming in. They are pretty noisy. Drones are a different matter. But, you know, the fact that they haven't fired anything off at all is good news, really. So, yeah, let's have a think. What do we want to do here? Well, let's leave these guys here. Can they actually see? They can sort of, but not quite see that area. Let's see if we can't. Push them forward a little bit. Again, what I'm trying to do here is get them sort of on that reverse slope. So like the other guys, if anybody takes a pot shot at them, you know, they just fall, they just drop down. And we'll try pushing these guys up as well. So they're going to go forward to about here. This is about where they got shot before. And they're going to wait for a bit, and then they're going to move forward again. Just so they have time to see anything that's there. But let's push you guys up. Well, in fact, we're probably in leapfrog territory here, aren't we? Yeah. So these guys in this team and in this team, they're going to stay where they are. And the two teams further back are going to just bound through them. Nice and careful, like. No sense in going overboard. You can stop hiding. So we know there's some enemy infantry in these trees. We could potentially drop some more arty on them.
We need some interact.
Which is probably a fairly good idea. That barrage there is a little bit close, so let's just cease fire that. And light before, let's shuffle these guys back here a little bit, so they are less likely to get killed by our own artillery. We've got 3 or 4 minutes before it comes in, so that's cool. But we do need someone to go and exploit the aftermath of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this squad back together. We've got a bit of security from that MG team there. And I think that one can... Well, it's not totally useless. Well, arguably actually there, it is pretty useless. We can't really see anything. What I want to do is bring this team back together, this squad. So we split it in two into the two fire teams. I want to bring it back together, and then split off the AT team, which is the only thing I really want back here to cover the slope there, the reverse slope. And then we've got a much bigger unit hanging around that we can go and kill things with, because we need to squish this position up here. And it might... Well, it's probably worth bringing another squad over. I'm really going to be mixing up my platoons and things here. You guys are up on top of the hill. First squad, yeah, okay. Let's get these guys back into the Stryker, and we'll shuffle them over there. I am mixing up the squads a little bit, but I don't think that's that big a deal. They're all very well networked, and etc. etc. But yeah, that arty barrage should have... No, it has finished. That's the hot one. You can't quite see it now. Ah, there we go. But it's got 3 guns. One of them's red because it's overheated, so it fires at a reduced rate. That's what these little circles mean. So yeah, there you go. Green means good to go, and red means it's too hot to fire. Learn something new every day. But yep, the plan remains. You know, we're defending. But we've got this major annoyance in the A-team house over here. We've got this defensive position on the back of the reverse slope, and over here in the valley, we're trying to push up, clear out objective 2, this bit down here, and then once we've controlling this bit of ridge on here and this side of the hill, we should be able to clear out this area here, so that we can control the objective. So yeah, that's the plan, and it's going fairly smoothly so far, he says, ruining his chances completely. But yeah, we'll see.